Okay, today is August the 11th, 2016, and right now at 9 p.m. in the foothills of Los Angeles, we have a temperature of 70 degrees. The relative humidity is 64%. The barometer is reading 29.98 inches, and we have a dew point of 56.8 degrees. Yesterday we had a barometer reading of 30 inches, so tonight the pressure has dropped slightly. It's been on a gradual rising trend the last few days, and we can see what's going on here. We have an area of high pressure being built in, installed and that will bring us some heat and also block this weather system here. If we take a look at the water vapor loop right now, we can see that we have something right here trying to spin counterclockwise, and that is all being blocked by what's being installed here right now. We have a transmitter that's built in high pressure, and also we have some strong flow to the east here that is blocking all this monsoonal thunderstorm weather from getting anywhere near California. We can see up close here on these maps here in a few minutes the tremendous eastbound flow going on in the various maps. Also, we have this upper level low, which is stationary, still parked northwest of the Hawaiian Islands. This thing here has a transmitter on it. In fact, it's got a rectangle. It's got a phased array type transmitter, which is generating a geometric shape, a rectangle. And what's happening is that that transmitter has actually separated the core from the associated frontal system, the moisture field that is wound into this core. So we can see that that is completely separated here. There's no connection between the spiral going on the core and this former moisture field that was connected to that core. Still a moisture field, it's just not connected. So if we watch this in the water vapor loop again, they are heating that to weaken it. It's not really a low pressure system. Well, it is actually, but it's not anything. I think the core pressure is around 1,010 millibar or 1,008 millibar, something like that. But it is a big area of moisture. And so this system is getting some attention from a transmitter. And if we just stop this, we can put the right angle, or rather the put the envelope on here, and we can see that right here we have a fairly well-defined right angle right there. Okay, let that roll. And notice the separation here between the, we have some jet stream flow, we have moisture here, and we have an area trying to spin counterclockwise right here. Well, there's a transmitter that has built in a channel, a blockade right here, that is separating, everything is mushrooming into this area right here. Let's go back to the water vapor map. We can see that this flow here is mushrooming into this blockade right here, and that will prevent that moisture from feeding this vortex right here, which is trying to spin counterclockwise. And we can see that there's a transmitter right here, that is the dark area, and that is heating this core to prevent development of the weather system. Let's take a look here in the infrared loop, and none of this moisture can get in there to feed that core. It's all blocked, and there's that big channel right there. Also, we have an unnamed disturbance down here. This is not marked on the National Hurricane Center maps. In fact, the National Hurricane Center maps are completely, there's just nothing indicated in either the Atlantic or the Pacific tonight. So we'll keep an eye on what's going on down here. And also what's happening over here. Look at all these thunderstorms going into Minnesota and Michigan area, Illinois, I think that is there, and Wisconsin. All right, let's look at some of these other maps. We have the western U.S. water vapor loop. We can see this huge area of high pressure being installed to block this counterclockwise spinning system. This is the system we were just looking at. We have a blockade up over here, a zone of high pressure, a narrow strip of high pressure that was built in that is preventing any additional moisture from getting into this core. There's a transmitter right there, and that is actually counteracting the counterclockwise movement. We can actually see what's happening here in the core. This is trying to spin right there. That is just not spinning much, so we can see the effect that is having on the core. All right, so obviously nothing's going to get into California. Everything is going to have to ride up and over. This is completely blockaded right here. So all the political leaders in California, the EPA, the FBI, all the law enforcement agencies that have any kind of jurisdiction over this sort of thing, the military, Air Force, Marines. Look what's going on here. No rain for California, and everything that is popping up here, trying to pop up down here in the eastern desert, the lower desert areas out here, is quickly just being moved away. It's almost like there's a force field, just a magnet over here, or rather, everything is just being moved away at a very high velocity. So these transmitters are very effective at generating high pressure. And we can see the purple, which is way down over here on the dry scale. We have this color right here is what we're looking at for the entire California, Nevada, and part of Arizona and Utah. All right, here's the southwest water vapor loop. We can see how fast everything is moving out to the east from all of this high pressure being installed. These monsoonal thunderstorms don't have a chance of getting anywhere near California. Let's take a look at the rainbow loop. You can see that there are some returns here. The IntelliCast map is not indicating any rain in California, despite what we're seeing here. Here's the visible light map. Earlier tonight, we saw an area here that was being superheated right in this area. Also, something is occurring right here. Beginnings of it. We can see something shooting out to the southwest. Looks like the beginning of a blast pattern right there in the last couple of frames. Here's the SSEC water vapor map. This certainly would bring rain to California, no doubt about that. Let's go back to the other big map here. This is the Northeast Pacific infrared loop. We can see all that moisture that would come right in and cool things off and give California a break from this drought, historic drought. That won't happen because these people, these weather controllers, these terrorists, have once again installed high pressure sufficient to block any sort of rain from the west and here from the southeast, and of course from the north. That stationary upper level low has moved on. We can see the effect here. This is generating rain and thunderstorms for the Midwest. All right, let's take a look at the sea level pressure analysis, and we can see the high pressure, the perpetually installed high pressure Out here in the East Pacific, we have a low indicated over a part of eastern California, Southern California, part of Nevada, Las Vegas, and part of Arizona. And the rest of this is all high pressure. Okay, the 500 millibar map, we can see high pressure all through this entire zone, all over the place out here. A couple of lows up here indicated. One up here, up in the Bering Sea. And the 300 millibar map, high pressure all through here. And low pressures. And we have this thing here. This is going to be blocked. It's counterclockwise spinning low. That will be blocked, unfortunately. So that is the summary for today. This is interesting here. We haven't seen a square or rectangle in a while. It's been that well defined. So this is stationary, and it hasn't moved in a couple of days. I didn't do a video yesterday. And so we'll keep an eye on what happens here. The strategy apparently is to just focus enough energy onto this system to break it down. They've separated the front. The frontal system is completely separated, and all we have is this core, which will eventually diminish, evaporate, and there won't be any counterclockwise movement left. Okay, so that's it. We'll do another update tomorrow.